Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Wednesday, 23rd of August 2020 and it's equivalent to 7th of Safar 1445 after Hijrah. The headlines. Meeting with HAJARKU leaders fruitful. Nobody wants war, says Abdul Salami. Tinubu appoints Kuka Odusuti. NIMC DG Yakub Technical Corps Burrs. On FAAC, federal government states local government share 966 billion naira, and on the foreign scene, 15 dead as bus carrying migrants crashes in Mexico. And in sports, Amusan begins title defense in Budapest with 100-meter heat win. And those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Former Nigerian head of state Abdul Salami Abubakar has said that his delegation's meeting with Niger Republic coup leaders over the weekend was fruitful. The special envoy of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, said diplomacy won't fail to restore the democratically elected government of deposed President Mohamed Bazoum. Abdul Salami briefed ECOWAS chairperson and Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday over the outcome of his delegation's meeting with the coup leaders in the neighboring country. Addressing reporters after the meeting at Aso Rock Villa in Nigeria's capital Abuja, Abdul Salami said nobody wants war, expressing optimism that diplomacy won't fail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Engineer Bisoye Kuka Odusote as the Acting Director General DG of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC. Kuka Odusote's initial appointment will be for a 90-day period with effect from August 24, 2023, said presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngalale. In a statement on Tuesday, after the first 3 months, a full term of 4 years will begin as a substantive NIMC DG effective November 24, 2023. The president also directed the commencement of 90-day pre-retirement leave for the outgoing NIMC DG, Engineer Aliyu Aziz, with effect from August 24, 2023, leading to his eventual retirement from service on November 24, 2023. Furthermore, President Tinubu approved the appointment of Honorable Yusuf Buba Yakub to serve as the director of the Directorate of Technical Aid Corps, DTAC. This follows the recent expiration of tenure of the former DTAC Director CEO Dr. Pius Osuyikami. Ngalele said Yakub's appointment takes immediate effect. Vice President Kashim Shettima on Tuesday conveyed from Johannesburg, South Africa, his assurance to the global audience that Nigeria's prospects are set to transform in the upcoming months due to the endeavors of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration. Shettima, who stated these while touring the exhibition stands at the BRICS Trade Fair in attending the 15th BRICS Summit of Heads of State and Government, according to a statement issued by Olusola Abiola, the Director of Information in his office. Shettima emphasized that President Tinubu holds a deep passion for empowering micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, to foster the growth of the national economy. The Vice President stated that Tinubu's strong commitment lies in empowering MSMEs to facilitate the advancement of the nation's economy. He commended the organizers of the trade fair, which had about 180 exhibitors from various sectors of the economy, adding that the exhibitions will be, in the long run, serve the purpose of galvanizing investment and trade in the continent. Shettima, who took time to inspect Nigeria's exhibitions, lauded the investment of Nigerians in South Africa. The trade fair is being organized by the BRICS South Africa and the South Africa BRICS Business Council, SABBC, in collaboration with the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition on the sidelines of the ongoing 5th BRICS Summit. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, has shared the sum of 966.110 billion naira July Federation account revenue to the federal government, states and local councils. This was contained in a communique issued at the end of the Federation Account Allocation Committee FAAC meeting in Abuja Tuesday. The meeting was chaired by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun. The 966.110 billion naira total distributable revenue comprised statutory revenue of 397.419 billion, value-added tax VAT revenue of 271.947 billion naira electronic money transfer levy EMTL, revenue of 12.840 billion naira and exchange difference revenue of 283.904 billion naira. Cost of collection was allocated 62.419 billion naira, while deductions for savings, transfers, refunds and tax credit cancellation stood at 717.962 billion naira. The balance in the excess crude account ECA was put at $473,754.57 according to the communique from the total distributable revenue of 966.110 billion naira. The federal government received 374.485 billion, the state government received 310.670 billion naira, and the local government councils received 229.9 billion naira. The sum of 51.545 billion naira was shared to the oil-producing states as 13% derivation revenue. Gross statutory revenue of 1.150 trillion naira was received for the month of July. Men of the Nigerian Army have foiled an attack on the forward operating base at Uwoji along Owerri-Onitsha Expressway by the indigenous people of Biafra fighters in Imo State. The army said the IPOB fighters who attempted the attack on its base were met with stiff resistance by the personnel on the ground. A statement on Tuesday by the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, said the fighters attempted the attack on the troops on 20 of August 2023 but met their Waterloo when they came under the superior firepower of the vigilante troops, noting that the troops neutralized one of the fighters, arrested two, and recovered one vehicle, one mobile phone, one machete, 9 empty cases of expended 7.62 mm special ammunition, and one empty case of expended 12.7 mm ammunition, among others. He also said a Boko Haram fighter with his wife surrendered to the troops after an aggressive operation in Borno. Former president of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, Designee Alison Madueke, has been charged with bribery offences relating to her time as Nigeria's oil minister. The United Kingdom National Crime Agency (NCA) said on Tuesday, Alison Madueke, 63, have been on bail since first being arrested in London in October 2015. She will appear in court in the British capital on October 2. The NCA said. Soon after arrest, her family's lawyer told AFP she will strongly contest corruption allegations that have dogged her during and after her time in former President Goodluck Jonathan's government. The NCA said Alison Madueke allegedly benefited from at least $127,000 in cash, chauffeurs-driven cars, fighters on private jets, luxury holidays for her family, and the use of multiple London properties. Alison Madueke have been living in the upmarket St. John's Wood area of North London since she was first arrested and undergone chemotherapy for breast cancer, according to her family. Plateau's Governor Caleb Mofan inaugurated an Abuja-Jos direct flight on Monday at the Yakubu Gowon Airport, Haipang, near Jos, in a partnership between the state and ValueJet Airline. Plateau signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with ValueJet Airline on August 15 to allow the carrier to expand Jos Abuja flight services. ValueJet had on October 10, 2022 launched its inaugural flight and in February 2023 began flight services in Jos. Managing Director of ValueJet, Captain Omololu Majekodumi, signed the MOU on behalf of the airline, while the Plateau Commissioner of Transportation, Mr. Jato Gyang, who represented Governor Mutfang, signed on behalf of the state government. Speaking at the inaugural flight, Mutfang said it was a fulfillment of his determination to open Plateau to investment opportunities and strengthen its transportation industry. The governor called on Plateau people and those desirous of visiting Plateau to take advantage of the flight operations in his remarks. General Manager of the Jos Airport, Mr. Nantip Rindam, also said all necessary modalities had been put in place for the safety of passengers on the road. Head of Ground Operations of ValueJet Airline, Mrs. Yewande Cole, assured Plateau people that the airline would holistically add value to the state's transport system. Women Rights Advancement and Protection Alternative, RAPA, has called for the full implementation of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition, VAP, and the Gender Equal Opportunity, GEO, laws in Plateau State. The group also called for the setting up of Accompanying Sexual Assault Response Center, SARC. RAPA Program Officer Mrs. Himma Dai Mata, who made the call yesterday at a one-day sensitization program on violence against women and other vulnerable groups in Jos, expressed displeasure that the bill signed into law by former Governor Simon Bakulalong in 2022 and subsequently gazetted is yet to see the light of the day. Stressing on importance of the Law Assistance Program Officer, African Women Development Fund, Mrs. Saleh Plangnan Deborah, and Ms. RAPA Communication Officer, Habiba Ahmed, said implementing the law will reduce rates of criminality and not only women will be the beneficiary of the law, stressing that even men are victims of abuse. On her part, Special Advisor to the State Governor, Barrister Caleb Murfan on Gender and Chairperson, Implementation Committee on Gender and Equal Opportunity Commission, Barrister Olivia Dazien, assured that present administration will soon implement the law. Our correspondent, Jamilu Abdullahi Mazadu, reports that participants at the event, which include youth, women and girls, marginalized groups, leaders of faith and culture, civil society organizations and service providers, appreciate RAPA and pledge to play their part in ensuring full implementation of the law through advocacy and sensitization. And on the foreign scene, a bus transporting mostly Venezuelan migrants crashed in central Mexico on Tuesday, leaving at least 15 people dead and 36 injured, authorities said. The vehicle collided with a trailer on a highway connecting the states of Puebla and Oaxaca, with Puebla government said on social media platform X, formerly called Twitter. Oaxaca Governor Solomon Jara, after condoling families of the victims and the injured, said that he has instructed authorities in the southern state to provide support to the injured. Deadly road accidents are common in Mexico, usually due to high speed, poor vehicle conditions, or driver fatigue. Such crashes are a leading cause of death among migrants, making the dangerous journey overland to the United States. And in sports, world champion Tobi Amusan has started her title defense at the World Athletic Championship on a fine note by finishing fourth in heat 5 with a time of 12.48 seconds. The world hurdles record holder clocked 12.48 seconds to win the fifth heat of the women's 100 meter, despite not having enough time to slow down towards the end at the National Athletic Center in Budapest, Hungary. Despite a slow start, she finished ahead of Jamaican champion Megan Tapper, who came second in 12.51 seconds, and Australian Michelle Jeneke in 12.71 seconds. Amusan will lead the rest out in the semi-final on Wednesday at 7:20 p.m. Nigerian time. And with the sport news, we've come to the end of our bulletin. For today, you can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at TUNTBE Radio FM TV, respectively. You can also watch us live on the satellite decoder and icon Badarsat, which has been watched in about 38 countries of the world free. You can also follow and engage with us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can also watch us and stream us live on our YouTube channel at Unity FM TV. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs. Do have yourself a lovely day.